everybody. Welcome to the Appy Hour, the place where I, Leela, talk about apps, show you apps, find exciting ways to do things with apps, and hang out with my kitty, make music, do all kinds of things right here on this channel. Let me say hello to the people in the front row. Jimmy Jazz, Jim Shannon, hello. Gary Hubs, the pie. Semtex Cow, Boom Kitty, as I also like to call him, Scooby Loo. And there's the Mix Club. The Mix Club knows more about this stuff than I could ever even, he's forgotten more stuff than I'll ever know. Let's just put it that way. Thomas Christ, the legend of Links, the master of moddery. That is my good friend Thomas. Martin Kelly, hello, up there in British Columbia, along with Gary. And is that everyone in the front row? That's cool. I see you, and I see some folks out there in the back just lurking and having fun. So that's cool, because this isn't one of those shows where you're going to have to take a lot of notes and things. This is a place where we're going to learn how I do my new show, Midnight Chill, and just kind of an idea of apps. And then I'll also give you an idea of other apps that you could use for the very same purpose if you don't have my apps, because you don't necessarily have to spend money to make good music, my friends. As Thomas has pointed out, you can connect with me via this link tree. It's everywhere. It's all over my screen. And super chat, super stickers, all those things. Every bit of my content is free, but it's up to you. You can support me if you so choose. I sure darn well appreciate it. You can join my YouTube channel, all these things. Hello, Heathen Granny. Well. Right? Exactly. You don't need a producer. You can do it yourself. Easy Herbs. Hello, and good to see you. Thanks for sharing it out. I didn't get a chance to do that this morning. I am tired, you guys. This weekend was nuts. 2 weeks in a row, I've gone out on Saturday, like the full day. Saturday is usually my hangout and do nothing day. And this we're going to talk about tomorrow, because tomorrow we're going to talk about scheduling. I think my camera has decided that the pie is the star of the show. Haha. More moo tokens will return soon. Perfect. Right on. So I'm going to do what I always do, bring in the iPad, who is the number 1 star of the show, right ahead of the pie, who's the number 2 star of the show. And then in last place is the talking head, moi. So let's go into my corner and we will do some work. Oh, just all day, like from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., whatever, and then home, and then work, and then I'm up until like 3:45. I think I went to sleep last night. All right, let's head on over to my lovely iPad and me. Whee! There we go. We're spiraled in. I'm in my corner, and now we can get to work. So that's... Uh-oh. Where's my glasses? One way I am old for sure is that I now need glasses to see real well into my tiny iPad. Aha! I is number 2 star of show. I is offended. The pie. Granny, I don't just not necessarily on this channel, but maybe. But some of my mods get upset when you call me old, and if you get timed out, it's because of that. It's not me because I don't care, because I am. You think the camera will focus with the glasses? Ooh, you gotta go log in for the job thing? Ooh, yicky. All right, well, listen to me on your headphones. All right, let's first. So I plugged in something else. Normally, I have this microphone plugged in to my system. Let's go to Canva first, and we're going to look at the hardware and connections. Whoa, why is that big giant line on there? That's interesting. Well, we'll see. No, I'm just saying it annoys some people and then they do it. So I can't. So you can't don't be mad at me if that happens. Just saying. All right, so I made this whiteboard and I'm going to use my pen and we're going to show. So here's my iPad. So you come out. Whoops. Let's go to draw. And we'll use this. Here's our pen. Okay, so this is where the out is on the iPad, and you just place a Type-C. So a Type-C goes in there, and then that goes into a a box which has, why does this keep happening? So yeah, same here, hon. So we've got this. So we've got a Type-C, and then there's USBs. This is driving me insane. I almost need to do it as another thing. Anyway, so let's see if we can get our oh, there we go. There's our cursor. So Type-C, we're in Type-C, and then out there will be a USB out. The USB out goes into right here, the back of where it has this little picture of a computer. So that plugs into the back of the Arturia. And then these two outputs. Oops. What is up with this? There we go. So these go into this right here. So this is 3 and 4. And then right here, 1 is my speaking mic. And then that's right here. So you go then these stereo out, or there's no stereo outs. What there is off the back of here, it goes out to my Mac. So that's the system. That's how we broadcast this whole thing. So I've got 2 interfaces. And then when I'm singing, this is the microphone I'm using here. So I've got this separate microphone, and that's connected right here in 1, and then here in 2 is where a guitar goes. So guitar, microphone, right? I love this Arturia. And then, so all that is set up. And then all of this, so your picture from your iPad goes out to an HDMI. The HDMI also goes to your, I know these lines are horrible because I can't draw. So then so HDMI goes out to, and then so does the other thing. So anyway, you kind of get it. This isn't a set up your equipment stream. This is more of an app stream. So you can see that's what we do. All right. So next up, we use AUM. AUM is my host for everything because AUM will hold together. Hey, Joe and Barry Glenn. Joe is here. Hello. Very nice to see you. So as you can see, all there is, just nothing. So first I'm going to open up the thing I actually use. And we'll go through that a little bit lightly, and then we'll start over again if we have time for that. So first thing, we check files, we check sessions, and here is Midnight Chill Setup. There's only 47 nodes, you guys. This is hardly confusing at all. So that's why I'm going to show you a simpler, the very simplest setup is it if you would be, say, for example, you could be doing this and you could be playing your own karaoke songs through the file players. All right. So you may have noticed I'm using inter-app audio. That the launch pad, that thing I just opened, is a inter-app audio. That means it is both let's see. Oh, right, I renamed that file so you can't open it. So okay, that we'll just let's just pick something. Let's just pick this empty mind wave here. So going from the left, yes. So file player. I'll just tell you what each one of these things is, and then we'll when we get back, we'll start up. So for drums and parts and loops and samples, we have Launchpad. And if you noticed, I opened up Launchpad separately. It is what is called an inter-app audio. So I tap that, and look, now I'm over in another screen. And that's the important thing here. Let's just open up this dark trap. And as you can see, to the right of the screen, you have this little AUM icon. This means that you can touch it and then you're back into your regular screen again. So Launchpad, tap Launchpad. And you can also, while you're in this screen, you can tap this metronome and find out what your clock speed is, which is 76 beats per minute. And then you can also tap this tuning fork and you can see that you're in E flat minor. So just showing you quickly how this works. I'm pretty sure you've seen me do this before, but this is built with, on the left, far left is as the lower part of your drums. Whoops. See, I forgot to turn off all my enabled plays. So if you've got these file players and you don't want them to play, you need to have this play enable off. So here, just going to quickly show you what I'm doing here. So this is the lower part of the drums, the kick. And then here's your tops. And then basses, they're all ready. They're just bass lines that are ready to go with what you've got. Really, this is the key to my entire show. And then in the center, there's melodics, which are, some of them are pads and sounds that are good for verses. Na 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 na, and then you want a melodic. Na 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 na. Yeah. You're here for the kitty, Seagull? She's here for the treats. Okay. See? Sweet. Hey, Steve-O, nice to see you here. This is new. Okay, so see this? And then, of course, when I work with other people's stuff, you don't... This is a commercial product. You pay for... Either you pay for each pack separately, which are usually less than like $2 or less. And then... either that or you use this, like I do a yearly subscription. It was $45. So that's not even $5 a month. And then I get access to all the packs. And so that's what I've done. But you don't just get to do the ones they do. You can do your own, and I've done a couple of my own and this is exactly what I'm going to do when you send me stuff too, Easy Herbs. I'm going to go in. Now, let's go find one. I've got one for Emperism. I think it's in the 120s here. There it is, Emp1. See, so we open up Emp1, and this is exactly the same thing. What I've done is I imported these, and I did a whole show on this, so I'm not going to cover that now. But here you'll notice that this yellow one, that's Emps. This melodic Leela Set 1 A minor flute loop, Arpy, those are all Emps. All three of the tops here are everything in this middle line is from Emp. Then I've repeated them right over here, and then I added a couple of pads so that I could use his stuff. And then I've got two of his basses, and he did not send me any drums, so I added my own drums. Now let's just throw some of this on. So here's a bass. And notice that this is still at 76 beats a minute. It was originally 120, but everything is playing just like it belongs. See? So basically you get the idea. Let's all stop this. This isn't what I came here to do, but amazing, right? Make kits like Output Arcade for the desktop. I don't know anything. Sex 007. Oh, we'll play it. Of course you see that, Easy. That's hilarious. All right, so what you say, Jim, I wish Launchpad would let you make kits like Output Arcade for the desktop. But there is on desktop, and you can sign up through, if you sign up through Amplify Music instead of signing up through the Launchpad from Lithium Vandal. No, but maybe that's where Lithium Vandal gets theirs. So he's a naughty boy. He's not the Messiah. He's a naughty boy. You can use this app to play like anything as far as that goes. Like if you just even like search for world music, This is just a side because we're doing really well on time. So here there's like Brazilian, Sakura, Japanese. Here's like Mumbai fusion. That is, we'll just play that for a second, just for fun. Cluj. Yay! Why, thank you so much, Devo. I've got a rock. I've got a new rock. A Leelaverse rock. Rock. Nice. Anyway, like I said, getting back to what we were doing because we've spent all this time on Launchpad. But so anyway, there is Amplify Music, and this is a desktop app, and you can work completely differently, and I will show you that one week. You can't take individual sounds from a Launchpad pack, and yes, you can. That's what I was just doing. So, Jim, see, that's what this amp pack is. And if you watch my show on Launchpad, which was a couple months ago, I actually show you how to do that. I mix the Launchpad sounds, and that's exactly what's going on in this amp one. So if we go to the home and jump back in, and we jump back into amp, like I said, it was a rock Leela. I know. So anyway, all of these drums are from different Launchpad packs. On the left-hand side, all of these percussions are from different Launchpad packs. These top two basses are from Empirism, and the bottom ones are from different packs. The top three melodics in this row are Empirisms, and these are three different sound packs. This one is all Empirisms on the center row melodics, and this one is all from separate packs. Imported this special effects one, and if you'll notice, like, these ones have loops, and this one is like a one shot, and then some of them are re-triggers. Yeah. So anyway, that's helpful, right? Okay, let's go back now that I've helped you with that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Jade's tutorial has that as well. All right, so we'll just move on to the next one. We'll move on to Koala Sampler. Koala Sampler is how I play all of the little... So here we go.
Being one with everything and nature, recognizing the pattern. Being one with
this is a re-trigger, so...
Nature, being one with everything and nature, recognizing the patterns.
Yeah, we do have...
Let's open up our eyes.
Maybe I should write my roommate and find out, make sure he's not using tons of my internet. But, so...
Please keep an empty mind as much as possible.
So the way that I managed these was, like, on each one, you just, like, click input, record from input, resample from plugin, or import a file. So you can literally just import a file, and that is what I did. So I imported the files from up here, import audio, and now we...
The finest ingredients are right in the mix.
Under the sky, under the heaven, there is but one family.
So if I'm, say, you come in here and you've got a beat.
Under the sky, under the heaven, there is but one family.
Let's keep that beat going for fun. All right, so there's, and usually I keep Koala Sampler open somewhere on the page. Hey, Lori's Mishmash, Lolo. I might write to my roommate. Don't use too much internet. Don't want to throttle me. I'm just yelling out there. Listen, listen. So, and obviously, there's way more so you can do. So then, of course, let's find the next is the microphone. So my microphone, I'm using the AUM hardware input mini fuse. Lori started back at work today after 3 months, so she can't stay. That's too bad. And we'll all, you can come and receive sympathy from us later when you get home. So anyway, where I showed you, it happens to Pete too. All right. So then now we come to the next app that's important to me. So first we've got Koala Sampler. And I might actually, let's just write these in the comments. So, all right. App number one. Number one is Launchpad. It's called Launchpad DJ is the name of the app. So the number two is Koala Sampler. And that is for my like vocal and effects samples. Hey, I appreciate that so much, Jim. Thank you for your very kind super chat. Work helps, doesn't it? So then our third node is a hardware input mic, and it is now being run through Xbox. Now, I'm going to turn this off for a second, and we're going to turn back on my other mic. And so this is going to be weird sounding. So do not adjust your set. Hello. So what we have here, hardware input, and then like 3.1 is my vocal effects, and it's called Xvox. It's a very expensive app, but it's so worth it. It makes your vocals sound amazing. So it's a four module thing. It's starting with dynamics. So see here, I've just got, if I turn all these off, now that's just a plain vocal signal. But then we add this compressor, and you have 3 different kinds of compressors. You have tube, opto, and FET, VCA, and FET. So there you've got compression and de-essing. Yes. That's because I've got 2 mics. And then your tone, that gives you the chance to do an EQ, right? Perfect. And then you have your special effects. That's called pitch widener. See how that brings that into the fullness? Like gives you a stereo field for your voice, and it sounds awesome. But you can change to like chorus, phaser, amp, telephone, and back to pitch widener. And then here's your space. Dark hall, delay, la la la. I'll turn this off. So we have so many different adjustments in there. And then if you can see this B, that is, and Koala's got the B too. And the reason that the B exists is, let's go all the way over here to B. B is populated by ridge walk, which takes and loops things in a very charming way. Let's do it with my voice. Let's add it back in. We'll come back over. And hopefully we won't get feedback for this. So I've turned off the microphone now and it's just repeating strangely. Which sounds kind of weird, but watch. See? Kind of sounds cool once you get it in here. Wow. And all you do is stop the transport and there it's gone. So that's the bee. That's that little bee. But that, we do that. And then of course there are several file players. Now this is for the songs I'm going to play. So let's take out this empty mind one. Let's remove this channel. Boom. Whoops. Or we could just repurpose it later. So then we have this like, hey, Berry Berry, so nice to see you and thank you. So the way you can have all these files loaded and you can hit play and nothing happens. Except maybe we'll hear that ghostly stuff. Yeah. We'll get rid of that. You can just get rid of it by muting it out. Bye-bye. Or you can just turn it down. So you can just turn it off. There it is. So that's one of the things I use. And then there's all of these so I've got tons and tons of just songs to play. Because one of the ways that I do Midnight Chill is I make a song in advance and then I play, like let's just use first. So right now, since the transport is running, which you can see, look right up here. See where it's running, it's not running. Now it's running. So it's running. Nothing's happening though because none of the nodes are activated. So just let's activate one. And this is amazing, right? So the very second that you play enable, it plays. Boom. And this is F minor. So we would come in and we can just pick something. And then you just, like here we are in F minor. And then you can go. You can add basses, you can add effects. See, that wasn't in there. So since these are tuned in, they just go. Which is pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I'm playing an audio file. In this particular case, I'm playing so that's one of the things I do. And then and you already saw, so I do the launchpad thing, and that's a basic jam from start to finish. I'm jamming. Then I'm jamming with an audio file. or singing over an audio file. Then there's another one. And these, so if you don't sync these to the, here, I'll show you something. Now I label my files with the beats per minute and the key. And in dance music, in Launchpad, everything is in a minor key. Hello, Tremor Bear. Sorry about that, cow. So this is 124 beats per minute in F minor. So but our transport is running at 100 beats per minute. So what we do is we look at this, and as you can see down in the options, there's loop and sync. So if you sync it, it'll sync to the beat, but you have to make sure your original BPM is set correctly. And it will actually slow it down to the speed. So you want to make sure not to have it synced if you're not going to play it at that speed. So we've got those. Now, the thing I'm using, now Soundbox would be great for this, but because you see how large this file is, it's just very big, and it's already at, without moving, it's at 25% DSP. So that could be, anywhere here use complete contact. That's basically like, complete is what Soundbox is like. Yes, Koala could be running in a bus and have Launchpad to the bus, indeed. But Koala is for samples. I'm not using it for effects, and I don't know how to. And do you? If you do a show on it. I would love that. All right, so then we have other things. So not just Launchpad, but here's another play beat. In Playbeat. See, one of the things about Launchpad beats is that they're repetitive. Like, listen to this. This is a nice beat. You could have this beat. And then the way that you mess with the beats here is that you pop this little... Now, every measure, it's going to change. I think they are just mapped for Novation. They do need to shake things up. Hey, it's Ed Zielinski. So usually I don't set it up this way. Whoa. Usually I don't set it up this way with one. I usually set it to like 4, every 4 measures it changes. And then this big red button changes it. Then there's more things you can do, like you can also set up something like a... See? There's 4, 5, there's like 11 things. Preset 4. So here's your presets. We've only got one preset set up because I haven't sent them. But you could easily just do the same thing as you're doing in a Launchpad here. And which is kind of why I just have it in here just in case I don't want to use a Launchpad. Now then right here we've got a Bleece sample whiz. Now I'm going to attach, I usually attach a keyboard, the Arturia Mini Fuse. It's not attached right now because I was using it this weekend. So the cables are in my thing, and it doesn't matter anyway because you wouldn't be able to see it. So we're going to do it with, the thing I like about Sample Whiz is one, it isn't particularly, it doesn't use up tons and tons of space. But you can actually record on the fly. See the big record button? You could record and then use. So this is called Choir Amber Sun. So this is just basically for, and of course, Sample Whiz, also you can just use this. You can use the regular on-screen keyboard, and this is what. Now, when you're busy doing all this stuff like I am, you're usually quite busy. So you may not do your best keyboard playing, right? So what I use, this is a MIDI that's set up. Hey, real Justine Kasprick, accept no substitutes. Right, so this thing is called Note to Be, and what it does is it constrains everything to a key. And this is, so in here, so I've got E minor. Now everything is in E minor. And now you'll watch. We'll make sure, let's make sure Note to Be has the keyboard coming into it. Here we go. Now we'll get this keyboard to come in. So, right? Now we'll open that up again. And now everything we play is going to be in the key. So you set the key. See, I'm hitting A sharp, but it's playing an A. I'm playing a G sharp, but it's playing a G because these other things aren't in key. So I set it and I constrain it to a key, and let's move it to an E minor now. And then I'm going to show you what I'm doing. All right, let's set our key to E minor. And then we'll play.
All day, all night.
There we go. I mean, it doesn't sound great, but it doesn't sound terrible, basically. Oh, I see what's happening. The reason we're getting bad notes is because, let's watch this. The keyboard's going directly in. Can't do that. You have to constrain it. Now it's going to sound right. So it doesn't sound terrible. It doesn't sound as good because I haven't so we could just change bells in my head. Just make that a little smaller. Woo. Yeah, anyway, so that's just what you're doing there is, so I've got something to play keyboards over, something to grab a sound with. Okay, as we move on over, this USB 2 right here, let's circle it with our cursor. This is where guitar comes in. Let's see, maybe we'll throw a guitar on there. So if I want to play, and I've done this, play guitar. Whoa. Uh-oh. I'm going to knock stuff over. Let's hope not on my, there we go. And this is currently muted, so this plugs in, if you remember at the beginning, and you could go back and look. this is plugged into, and then you have to press a little button. All right, so hardware input, mini fuse 2. Let's see. And so you can send this the same thing to that B. And now let's turn this B back up. Turn the okay. See if we've got some of that sound in there. And you could also put things on here like you could put an Alteza on there. The reason this is probably not, here we go, the threshold. It's not loud enough, that's why. Now we should hear it. That should work. It should start going through, right? There it goes. We'll turn that, turn it back off. Yes, I do have a Gretsch. I got my Gretsch at a garage sale. So it's like, it's just kind of plain. But anyway, that's going on. It ends up, see, there it is. It's like a bee. It's like an angry bee coming. And I have, just because, we'll mute that again. So it won't come back. Yeah, it was $300 and someone offered me $600 for it the same day. And I'm glad that I bought it because I don't have $300 anymore. So I'm really happy I did that. So anyway, one of the things, so right here, the guitar and the vocals are summed together. So they both go to, they're both sent to, and you can see this at the bottom. Most of these things say USB 1 and 2, so they're going out to sound. So mini fuse 2 and mini fuse 1 are not going out to sound. What they're doing is receive from bus A. So I've added Medusa on here, which gives the signal a boost. If I turn that off, it doesn't sound. Yeah, I wished I had $300 still now, too. Seriously. Ugh, I'm just broke all the time now. And so I could also like run, if I wanted to, I could say, like, we're doing an E minor. I could also send this shift bud out to this. Let's add shift bud. That's like all E minor. And then you could just come in here with this riffler flow. We're in key. So let's find a preset. Let's like ambient preset. And now we'll... She's all behind me. She's trying to pull down the... Whoops. I mean, that stuff is a mess, but it is in pitch, right? And so that takes us to... That's beautiful, huh? So that takes us to, this is so one of my favorite little ambient things to start doing is to start one of these like speaking things. So you'll hear you'll hear this ridge walk just repeating and making some kind of spacey talky thing, and that's when you want to come in and then create something. So in the presets, like ambient, bluesy, jazzy, jam track, pop, synth, rock, hip hop. Like hip hop has like dark trap, and then we've just got this dark trap thing in. You can actually come in here and change the progression to manual, and then look, you can just walk up, you change the progression to manual, and you can add your chord progression in there. So this is how we can make a thing. So we'll open that. Let's see, we'll turn that back on. We'll solo that. So we put it back on auto. So let's go back now. You can move it, and now it's in E minor. And then you could come back to... So then there's that, and then you'd come back here, and you'd choose like a nice... like a trap or something like that in... Let's look close to our... Yeah, let's just go future trap. Now, E minor, and then you just be like, oh, it's soloed. You can't. It's not gonna work. We have to mute out this weird thing that's in there. Then we can unsolo this other thing. Yeah, Launchpad is so cool. And so if you want your guitars to change, now look at this. So we're back to riffler flow, and it's just going. Now if you come up to the cog, endless mode means it's going to keep changing, and not endless mode off means it doesn't keep changing. So you'll see, whoops, and it's different each time. Very subtly. See, as long as it's in key, it's all working. And then this Molly looper like loops the stuff back, so then I can play a different guitar. I can play a different guitar part over it. We stop that. Whee. And then it just all that if when you press stop, that your tails keep going. All right, I have not. The very last thing is new, and it's Sector. Sector is, Jade did a show on it last week, but I usually I'll load this is a G sharp drone. So it just jumps all over. So now here it is. And so sometimes I would put I don't know what it's going to be, so I'll put a scalar EQ on it. And then I'll sample, detect the key. And this is the last little trick, I think. Okay, click to stop. Okay, F sharp major. So if that's what this is sounding like, G sharp minor. So let's go back to Launchpad. And we'll go make sure we're in G sharp minor. There we go. Yeah, Sector is an older app, but it makes a you can put a beat in there, and that's how you can get a lot of that slidey stuff. Coming back. This is called Sector. You can be random. Warp. Now it'll just warp like crazy. Watch it flip. So I just basically put in a loop, started effing with it. Then you turn that off, see? Sweet, right? So you just basically you've got all these different little parts. Yeah, this is called Sector, and Jade did a show on it the other day, so definitely go watch that. Jade, basically I learn everything I learn from Jade, and then I start to show you guys what's going on, how I make stuff with it, because everyone is different. Not everyone knows everything. Sometimes you have to just kind of throw around a little bit of you just play and you experiment and you try to have some fun, right? I think it ends up working out really well. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else here? I think this is quite enough for you guys to think about. So let's just quickly, let's go back to, let's save this. And you can also put notes in Jade's Sector show. You want to make your music sound nostalgic. Yeah, fun is the rule. So let's clear this out. And we can start over again. So say I want a sector. So we've got a sector. And then you can do this more than one way. So there's you can say audio unit extension or inter-app audio. So boom, there's Launchpad. That's an inter-app audio. And then you come in with an audio hardware input. There's your section 1. And now let's see if I got that. We'll turn this on. And see how quiet it is? It's so quiet because I don't have any. Let's put Medusa on it. There we go. There's some sound. Right there, right in the sound hole. And then you could put whatever, like all the different effects you want on there. You can add a guitar. You can add a synthesizer. Let's add a sound box this time. Because it depends on the amount of DSP you have, honestly. So then you set up, like, say, this is what I wanted to do. This is what I did the other day, like, say, alto ah. There we go. So you open up let's just connect it. I'm going to set this in A minor so that it doesn't, so that it's easy to work with. We'll just grab this. We'll put it in A minor. And we'll just be like, here. Put it in quotes, Granny. So basically, there you go. I've got a beat and I've got a sound box. We're at 22% DSP. So you could just duplicate this, and you could literally, so I'm just going to add, we've got a choir, we've got an alto ah, let's pick something else. Let's go an alto O, and we'll put it right there, let's say. Now we have an ah and an O together. All right, that's enough. Sweet. So, so Soundbox is not a subscription. Soundbox, you buy one pack from the manufacturer, and then you can start making your own packs, and you can you can purchase third-party packs. Very cool. Yeah, on if you get Xvox, and I will later on, I will create a post that contains all the apps that I talked about today. But now I'd say we're finished. I don't think we need to show you anything else. I think you get the gist of it all right there. It sounds great, and it is expensive. It's around $40 on iOS. Whoops. All right, I'm going to come back to say goodbye to you with my face. My facey face. Woo. Hello. Right on. So this is just basically to show you how you could set up your own DJ show. You could get in there. You could do the same thing for karaoke. You could put your karaoke tracks in there. You could set up all of this is pretty much, because basically what I did to make Midnight Chill is simply took my regular live show, duplicated it, added some things and subtracted some things. So that's really, really not, there's just not, once you've got the apps that you need, really there's nothing else to worry about, right? Tomorrow we're going to talk about, and it's Leelaversity, and we're going to learn workflow and productivity optimization with Leela. We are going to try to make a more efficient weekly schedule that will allow me to have more of the things that I want to have done by making a time for it. So hopefully you have got what you need here. We've got Jade Star coming up next with Amen Break Generator, finally in AV3. Oh my God! And of course, you know, to performance shows Wednesday, Friday, Wednesday regular live, Friday midnight chill. We will all hang out all week anyway. Love you guys. Hopefully this works. Biggest love and all the peace that you can carry, baby. Leela out. Boom. See y'all later.